I think we're going, how many seconds are we in so far?
12.
12 seconds. All right, we're going to start now. I don't want it to cut me off, right? But welcome back to JLC TV. What is JLC TV, you ask? Well, it's the best distribution company in the world. And the people, the 17,800 subscribers who already follow the channel know that. But if you're new to the channel, my name is James. I started JLC actually 14 years ago. The usual gentleman to be doing these streams is Jack, who does the lunchtime lives. I'm filling in today because his cat has got a doctor's appointment, or a veterinary appointment, should we say, the technical correct term, veterinary. But we're here in the beautiful offices of Holland, our offices in Almelo. Beek was there putting it to the way just to show how beautiful these offices are.
I was, yeah. They're really nice.
Those who have been loyal followers of the show will know that my office in the UK, which I actually drive to tomorrow, my office in the UK is not on its own. This is very lucky. This I can actually get some like peace and tranquility, and I can focus because my job's hard. What can I say? Right, so let's go. Today's gonna be a good stream, guys. We don't really have a massive agenda. Jack asked yesterday if I could cover, and I said no problem. I'll talk about how JLC begun, which I've told you guys a million times, but it's fun to tell anyway. And also we got new people. Have we got anyone in here so far?
We have one person and one like.
One person and one like. All right, well, hopefully we see those numbers jump up. We haven't got the same retention from the usual face of Jack.
2.
Was that?
2 now.
2? Oh, nice. Well, coming in, let's go into the main office.
Sure.
So this, guys, we are in Almelo. And what is Almelo, you ask? Almelo is an office that we set up 3 years ago, and we set it up to start servicing Europe because obviously we've done very well in the UK, but we want to grow. We wanted more territory, we wanted more customers, and the obvious way to do that was Almelo. Do you want me to give you a handle, Beak? Because it's going to be easier for the phone.
Sure.
Let me give you, I'm going to give Beak a mount. Let me take that. Guys, you just have to bear with me a second. There you go.
Thank you.
That should make it easier. There you go. It gives Beat something to hold, so like it's easy to film me.
Great.
So Almelo, we started it 3 years ago, and the reason we started it is because when Brexit happened, it was impossible to trade to Europe without all these issues. So we decided to set up a European business, and Owen came out and he moved out here and has been running it ever since. And it's actually starting to get pretty big now. It's pretty cool. Like, it took us up until this point to break even, but here is the sales office. This is where all the magic happens. And I know I might be singing to the choir because a lot of people have like seen this before or whatever, and I'm going on like it's the new thing. But there's going to be new people who haven't watched it before, so just get over it. It's going to be okay. And here in the back, let me turn this music down. We don't want to get no strikes on YouTube. Here, we've got Emre and Jeffrey working on the operation, and here we have the month-on-month comparison. Those who have been watching the channel will know that we have seen extraordinary growth over the last 2 years. Really, here was like very easy to quit because these are our turnover. Like, we had 5 members of staff and we're doing sub 20 grand here in Europe, and then a year later it doesn't really feel like much happened, and then we're doing 3 times, and then a month later we've gone from 20 grand to 140 year on year. And that's what happens with the success of the company, you know.
We have a question.
What's the question?
From Kelly.
Kelly?
Hi James, how's the weather in Almelo?
Weather is very, very hot today. Why don't we take you to the window and you can have a look? This is the weather today, Kelly.
Yeah. It's lovely.
Beautiful. Right, let's go in here and I'll tell you about how the company started. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a seat, Beaksy. You sit in this seat here.
Great.
You sit here. And then I will sit in this seat. Guys, anytime you want, you can ask some questions, but this is just going to be me getting comfortable now and telling you exactly how JLC started, and B can also interject. Because it just so happens, right, Oh yeah, these numbers behind it have no correlation towards company. I might move them because they're a distraction, but as you'll see, I actually do a YouTube channel which teaches people how to do business, and I was showing people how to do a profit and loss in your pocket. So this is just like, yeah, pretty straightforward stuff. It's a distraction for today, so we're gonna move it. But yeah, where were we? Oh, how JLC started. So the interesting thing is, right now, wow, that looks cool. Don't even go over there, but it looks cool. But what I was going to say is, how did JLC start? JL start, and you know, I was actually getting tongue tied now, I was like, JL start instead of JLC started. JLC started nearly 14 years ago, and this is why I'm talking about it, is because in 2 weeks' time marks the 14th birthday for JLC. Very cool. It's like 14 years since I had a real job.
Wow, 2 weeks' time.
4th of October, what's that?
That's nice, yeah, about 2 weeks' time.
2 weeks.
Wow.
2 weeks from when I first went out to China is mad. Well, 2 weeks will be 14 years since I first went out to China, because when I formed the company, I went out to China.
Okay.
Really cool way.
Have you got a favourite memory from year one of running JLC? Well, Jammy Lizard at the time.
Probably the favourite memories are when like products first started hitting. You know, like I remember the magnetic smart cover. Those who remember the OG iPad, like the iPad. Actually, this was the iPad 2 this came out, because the iPad 1 didn't have a smart cover. It had like a sleeve thing you put it in. But the iPad 2 was the introduction of the iPad that had like a magnetic side where you attached magnet. Do you remember that, Vicky?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
And that there was the first ever product that we hit. And it single-handedly, it didn't pay back the loan. So we borrowed £15,000 to start the business. What I'll do is we'll just use that to get into how this thing is. It's interesting anyway. So it wasn't the thing that paid back the loan. The case that paid back the loan was the cute bow case. You remember the cute bow? We talked about the cute bow before. The cute bow was a cool case. But the thing that took us out of the garage, where we actually went and got our first lease and got into a business premises, yeah, that was the magnetic ultra slim. So my best memories were like getting that, trying to find a connect. Because it was such a competitive product, it was trying to find a connect where you could actually make some money. And eventually I found a connect that can make money. And that is actually the supplier that we deal with right now. And those products, we were selling them for $12.99 a case, or like a magnetic piece. And we were selling 100 a day. And remember, I was in a business at the point where we weren't really doing much money, and now I found a product where I could do like 100 a day, like 1,300 quid in a day. So, and that literally got me looking for a unit, and then not long after that, we were in a unit. It's actually what helped me quit my job at Porcelanosa, because I quit my job when I had that case, because I was still working at Porcelanosa and doing eBay part-time. So anyway, yeah.
Okay, and what would you say was like the most a fun memory from the early years? Not to do with the cases, but something about maybe you working in...
I know what you're doing here. Trying to get me to pick a memory that's got you in it.
No, ew. I wasn't
Okay,
trying
my
to do
most
that.
fun memory is the day that Beak started. It was
Wow.
is that what you wanted to hear?
No.
Is this what this is about?
No.
It's some goose chase to try and get me to say the best memory.
I didn't want to be in the memory.
Because you already said what was the most fun memory. I said it, but I said it clear as day.
I said favourite. Favourite. Now the most fun.
Ultrasound.
That's not fun.
It was fun. I find business fun. Do you really not think I find this fun?
That's different to favourite though. That was your favourite memory.
Right,
Fun.
my favourite memory was the day that Beak started, and when we were training Beak up to this. Is that what you want?
No.
Sorry, what do you want then?
It's okay.
So anyway, we moved out of the unit, and I just started working with a guy who became my business partner at the time, and we looked to get onto Amazon, and that was one of the major things we wanted to do. At the time, we were big on eBay, but we didn't even have an Amazon account. I wasn't selling on Amazon, and I wanted to be. This guy was going to come on, he was going to bring an Amazon account that you already had with him, and that was that. Anyway, he came, and we brought into our product lines this beautiful case called the iPhone 4 cute boa ribbon case. Come around here. Come on around here and let me show you what this case looks like. Beaks used to have this case.
I did.
Right, this is the Jammy Lizard cute bow case, and believe it or not, now you're gonna believe it. This was I took that photo with my phone,
Did you?
and we sold literally tens of thousands of cases with that. And look, that was our old branding
Oh yeah.
on our screen protector and cloth, microfiber cloth that we gave away with all of our cases.
Kelly said, how did the name Jammy Lizard come about?
Well, see, Kelly, that's an interesting question. I got to say thank you very much. Thanks for putting me on the spot, and I'm going to have to think about that for a second. Do you remember back in the day you had a little thing called Moonpig? Moonpig was like birthday cards, Christmas cards, all those sorts of things, and it was memorable. Everyone knew it, and it was a kind of world first. It was like,
Moonpig.com.
yeah, there you go. Beaksy still hasn't forgotten it, and that's how much of an impression it had. Anyway, I was trying to think of names upstairs at my dad's house, and at the time, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but it was called we were called on company's house JL Gaming Limited. Why were we called JL Gaming Limited? It's because when I set up this business, I was told, hey, sell something that you enjoy, because business is a lot easier if you enjoy it, which is true, but I enjoy running the business. It doesn't have to be that I've got some crazy passion for the products. Although I do love tech products, I found love in the business, so it doesn't have to be product specific to me. But anyway, at the time, I was like, right, I'll sell poker sets because I'm obsessed with poker.
Can I ask who told you that you should sell something you love, or?
My dad and Mike's Diving.
Okay.
Yeah. And I see why as well, by the way. Like, it makes things easier if you love things. But yeah, my dad and Mike's Diving said you should love things. But hang on, I will say this. My dad sold bathrooms. So him telling me to sell things I love, I don't know if he loves bathrooms or not. I think he actually does love bathrooms, but we grow to love the things that we do, you know? I guess like carpenters, do they love wood? Nah, but they love creating, you know? And that's what I like. This is getting off point. Where did I say? I said a second ago, where was this going?
So the name Jammy Lizard, Moonpig.
Yeah, so all of these names were like sensational and people were remembering them. And we thought, okay, well, JL Gaming was the name of it at the time, but I thought, like, if you bought a poker set from JL Gaming Limited, so this is before, I still thought I was going to sell poker sets at this point, but I was like, if I bought a poker set from JL Gaming Limited, I'll never remember it. But if I buy a poker set from Jammy Lizard, I'll remember it. So yeah, I thought James Lake, Jammy Lizard, called it Jammy Lizard for James Lake, and then here we are, and we started branding everything with Jammy Lizard, and then we started creating products that were Jammy Lizard products, and later, when we got into B2B, we decided to be called JL Corporate, which was Jammy Lizard Corporate, and henceforth, that's where we are today, JLC. JLC turned into a hybrid of all of those things, because no one called up and said JL Corporate, because it sounded like a law firm. We just, hey, it's James from JLC, 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 and now we're just JLC. A beautiful name, if I do say so myself. Do we have any other questions? Guys, please comment below with any questions that you may have, and I will just continue to ramble about how I started the business. But the questions are welcome, because any questions kind of spur me on and give me some more energy on the stuff that we're talking about. So after the cute bow case took off, we were doing around, I think around £2,000 a day or £1,500 a day with just this iPhone 4 case. So what we had seen is we'd seen the magnetic iPad 2 case take us out of the garage, and now we had a unit. But here's the other problem. Now we had overheads. So now I had two salaries, mine and the other guys. We never weren't going to pay myself because I brought him in on a salary, which now I wouldn't pay him and not me. So it now created like a baseline level of we had to pay this money every week. And then also had the roofing costs, the unit, and rates, all that kind of stuff, which hadn't been there before. But the magnetic ultra slim, iPad case, whatever, I'm losing my mind. But that thing started to slow down and not sell. So anyway, the iPhone 4 cases started to protrude and prevail, and luckily they blew.
We have another question.
Yeah, what is it? Who's it from?
James Thompson.
James Thompson. What is Mr. James Thompson?
Jack's customer.
Jack's customer. How can I help you, my brother?
He said, seeing as your name is Lake,
Yeah.
what is your favourite lake?
Lake Bled in Slovenia. Do you know what? It might be the only lake name I know, but I was in Slovenia like a couple months ago, and I went to this place called Lake Bled, and it was really nice. It was very quaint. It had a fog over the lake.
He said solid choice.
You know it, do you, Lake Bled? I never knew it. I drove there and I was like, wow, this is insane.
How about Lake Garda?
I tell a lie. I knew another name. Lake Garda, also beautiful. I actually have a passion for lakes. Yeah, I try and take some pride in my last name.
That's nice.
We drove over there, didn't we? We drove to a lake.
Lake Garda?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was lovely.
Oh, so that wasn't James Thompson who said Lake Garda. How about Lake Garda?
No, I said that. I said that,
Oh,
sorry.
nice. Yeah,
James
how could I
said
forget?
solid
I drove
choice.
to Lake Garda with Beaksy.
Yeah, that was nice.
And James Thompson, solid choice. Yeah, brother, what's your favourite lake out of interest? And if you had to swim in one lake anywhere, which would it be? We'll wait for James Thompson's answer.
Sure.
And why doesn't anyone else in the chat comment down below what your favourite lakes are?
James said, I pass my gratitude about Jack and his cat, I guess.
Oh yeah, he's all good. I think his cat's all good. I actually said to Jack, I hope your cat recovers from whatever the situation is. He said, nah, it's just a checkup.
Yeah.
So it'll be good. Gotta get, even as adults, we gotta get checkups here and there, you know. So I tried to, good message to everyone.
James Thompson, I was going to say that was my favourite lake, Lake Windermere. Me and James, we're actually there in a couple of weeks' time.
Oh wow, Lake Windermere
yeah.
in the Lake District.
Yeah, that is one of my favourite lakes. That's beautiful.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And how's your day going today, brother? What's the plan? Have you got up? Have you gone gym already today? Is it a super productive day? I want to know how productive everyone's day is. Obviously, Jack sits here and he drinks these mushroom coffees. We don't have all that mushroom stuff out here. We just got the straightforward black stuff. But it's good though, I'm not going to lie. I have like half a sugar, 1 spoon of coffee, mix it all up together.
And yeah, it is me, James. Hi. He asked if it was me.
Oh, all right, nice.
Kelly said, apparently the Blue Lagoon in Wales is meant to be really nice.
Nice, and I should get out there. My mum, she's Welsh, and I think paying like homage to her and our lineage, our Welsh lineage, I should be out there and swimming in the lagoons.
And James said, grinding away, got to find some products for Josh as well. It's a two-way street with JLC, because we get some products from them.
Nice, brother. Yeah, for sure. We want to do what we can, and yeah. Don't comment here below because we don't want anyone to know what secret products we're finding big. But I hope we found some good ones, and yeah, looking forward to seeing what progress Josh makes when he's pushing them. It's going to be big, brother. Yeah, thanks a lot for your support. Thanks a lot for anyone's support who's watching this, who is a dear customer of JLC, because we love every single one of you.
He put evil laugh.
Evil laugh. Nice.
So, Jamesy Lakey, what are your plans? When are you going back home to the England?
We go back to the UK office tomorrow, and we're driving back probably at about 10:30 or 11. I've got a live stream that I'm doing from here actually in the morning, and work that I got to catch up in the morning. Then we will drive back. I think it's like a 10 or 11 hour drive, and God willing, I will be having fish and chips at my place in Bristol tomorrow, and then I'll be in the office on Wednesday morning. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, it's going to be good. Actually, to get out here, I did a world's first. It's not like a world's first, not like I'm the first person to ever do it, but what we did to get out here is went on a ferry. I took my car on a ferry, did overnight on a bunk bed, and it's like sleeping in a coffin. And nothing against people who are in coffins, just like, you couldn't even breathe. So anyway, I couldn't even stay on the top bunk. I had to get the bottom bunk, kept my air, kept my breath. The toilet, it was so cramped that the toilet where you'd sit on was the same place where you'd have a shower. The whole thing was like, fuck, it was crazy. So I nearly swore then. I didn't mean to swear. This is JLC TV, family friendly.
James Thompson said, it's good how far you've come with my company. Lots more are using you now, which is nice to see.
Amazing, brother. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think it's just a matter of time, and I think we'll be doing more and more. Yeah, hopefully so. And I really appreciate the opportunity you guys have given us, because I think that sometimes, like, if someone doesn't want to help and someone doesn't want to give you guys the opportunity to show what you can do, you just can't. You can't. But it seems, and obviously it's famous last words, I don't want to like jinx it, but when we get the opportunity to demonstrate JLC as a company and as a service, people tend to come back. So hopefully that continues, and hopefully you guys continue to give us more support, and yeah, we look forward to it. Thank you very much, my bro.
Question from Benji.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favourite and most frustrating part of running a business?
Favourite and most frustrating part about running a business? Favorite part is I just love the challenge of it, because when things go well, you can't beat it. Like, it's like mainlining adrenaline, And when times are tough, you're getting wiser. So I just love the day to day. And the frustrating part is always the people. Because if you think about yourself as someone who goes through these times like day to day, where sometimes you're happy, sometimes you're sad, sometimes you're annoyed at this person, sometimes, and it's all for no reason. It's just like your emotions in your head you're dealing with 50 of those. So as like as steady Eddie as you think you can make yourself, you're still dealing with 50 other people who have their own wants and needs, who can have like tantrums or be upset or do this or do that. And I think I was speaking to my friend who runs a business. He's saying the sweet spot is up until 10 staff. It's very easy. It's very easy having a business for under 10 staff. The minute it gets over 10 is politics coming to it. And that's the most frustrating part is team of 50, how do we keep it more like a family business, not get it political at the same time as being big and corporate? Yeah, it's a challenge. But people are frustration. What else doth we have here?
Kelly said, so cruise ships for a holiday will be out of the question then?
Well, nah, maybe not, because this wasn't exactly a cruise. This was a windowless little dorm room that if the place had a capsize, you couldn't even get out of the window.
And I found a ferry yesterday that goes from the Netherlands to England. Is only 6 hours. Wow. And it's one that they brought in during COVID.
Nice.
But it's not as fun because it's not an overnight one.
Yeah, we'll be seeing about doing these overnight ferries. I don't know. But yeah, maybe I'll do a cruise at some point. Kelly, Owen always keeps telling me, he says, you've got to get on a cruise. And I will get on a cruise at some point. It's just, I don't know if I buy into the idea that you don't know you're on a boat. People keep saying like, yeah, it's just like being in a big hotel. I don't believe that. Like, I don't believe that for a second. Because like even my late nan, rest her soul, she used to tell me that she'd say, yeah, on the first day she had to get a little injection to stop sickness.
Oh.
I'm like, oh really? So is that because you don't know you're in a boat? So I don't know. What do you think, Kelly? Have you ever been on a boat, like a cruise style boat? Well, anyone who's tuned in today has learned pretty much zero about how JLC started and pretty much everything about cruise liners.
Kelly can't swim.
Kelly can't swim. You got no business being on a boat, Kelly. Keep away. I'm only playing. You can go on with some armbands or whatever.
That's nice.
My nan, not my nan's sister, Maureen can't swim, and she still does she does wear armbands, but do you know what she does? It's funnier than that. This is crazy, right? This is actually crazy. I never told you this. She wears armbands on a plane. She takes armbands with her on a plane.
Why?
Is Becky watching this? Becky Lake? In case the plane goes down?
Oh, what, so that she'll be in the water?
She can just swim in the water.
So should probably survive the crash and land in the water safely and swim to shore.
I think it's not that. She's assuming that they somehow don't, all turn to pieces, get into the water. And when they're all going into the lifeboats, she would have armbands. So
does she wear the armbands while she's sat on the plane?
No, but she's got them in her bag.
That's great.
Yeah, she's got the armbands in her bag. So you imagine you fall out into the Atlantic Sea and waves like... She's put on some armbands.
That's good. Question from Jack. Nice one for stepping, James.
No worries. You're welcome, my brother. I look forward to seeing you back on the stream tomorrow.
See you guys tomorrow. Until then, tell us what made you jump from poker sets to iPhone accessories, selling them, that is.
Okay, what made us jump from peddling poker sets to phone accessories was we weren't selling any poker sets. I was selling the poker sets for two different sizes. I had a 300 piece and a 500 piece set. People who understand the piece sets, you're referring to how many chips are in the set. So the 300 piece is like the medium set, 2 to 3 people, it's a decent level to play with. The 500 piece set was a big dog. Anyway, I couldn't sell any set. One was $39.99, one was it $29.99 and $39.99, or one was $39.99 and the other one was like $59.99. They had big ticket prices anyway because they were clay chips. They were the dog's business, put it that way. They were the bollocks. I ended up swearing anyway, but anyway, they were business. So after, I couldn't sell any because the account was called Jammy Lizard. You can go and check it out. It's still up there on eBay. It's got like 113,000 feedback. We broke 100K feedback in the first couple of years. It was crazy. What we did is I couldn't sell any, and I thought the reason I couldn't sell any was because of my feedback, and I needed to get feedback quick. Now, I saw that people were selling phone cases just cheap and cheerful fast. So I bought some cases and I just sold them cheap and cheerful fast. And then I made like 80p a case after everything, after I'd shipped it and all that. And I was like, you know what, that wasn't bad. I sold 100 of those and made £80. We just kept doing that. And that's how it worked. And then in the end, I didn't replenish any of my poker sets. My poker sets sold here or there, but like just because the other stuff was selling, it kind of just pushed the business in that way. And then we're selling loads of phone cases and phone accessories. And then, yeah, changed over the name to JL Corporate Limited in 2014, away from JL Gaming Limited, because that whole time we were always trading as Jamism, but JL Corporate became the limited name behind, because we just thought JL Gaming just seems a bit weird, like we're this big tech company. Well, not big tech company, but you know, relatively big on the eBay and Amazon platforms. Now we're getting bigger, and we're gonna be big. I think in 5 years' time, we're gonna be sat there saying, yeah, big tech company.
James Thompson says, do you support the gas or the robins? That.
I know what it means.
Oh.
I think probably it's more, I don't support any, I couldn't tell you who was like doing what right now, but Robins is Bristol City, right? So I think Robins is who I'd go for.
I think it's Bristol Rovers.
Robins is Rovers, is it?
Only because there's a song in the Bristol Rovers, but I could be wrong. When the red robin goes bob bob bobbing along.
Does it?
But then you
nice.
shoot.
Well, there you go. I don't
but then
follow
it says shoot them, so maybe it is right. Oh, sorry, no, you're right. Gas is Rovers. The gas is Rovers.
Well, there you go, bro.
Sorry.
Any other questions, Biggsy?
Just a couple corrections on gas is Rovers from my end. No more questions. 27 minutes in.
How many people have we got in there so far?
6 and 5 likes.
6 and 5 likes. Well, one person is sat there with an unlike button, which is kind of horse. You're gonna sit there, you're not gonna press like. I've sat here and I've done half an hour of rambling about nonsense, and you couldn't even click the thumbs up. What I will do is this before we go. Anyone who is watching
Oh, you
this,
got it.
Hi. Oh, nice. What I will do is this. Anyone who's watching this who hasn't but is a reseller who doesn't deal with us, you need to get in contact with us, because there is so much that our company offers that can add value to not only your ability to close deals, because you'll be able to supply kit that no one else is supplying at a price no one else can supply it at. It's also going to make you more margin, because we're not dealing with a lot of what we do is we can of course sell you tier 1 and tier 2 brands, but a lot of what we do is like for like products that are way more economically viable for your end user. So it's going to help you close deals, because a lot of the things which is going to stop you from being able to get a deal over the line is these add-on costs. And this way you can still get your add-on sales. So you're still selling all the peripherals to them, you're just not selling them at the crazy prices. And that's why people keep taking JLC kit time and time again. So you guys need to make sure you stay in contact, and anyone who hasn't got a quote yet, you need to go and see our guys. Catch us on 01275 or +44 1275 867 000. That's the number, isn't it?
Yeah. James apologised. It was him that he's liked it now. And he also said, I have won deals because I utilised some of the products JLC offer.
Amazing. There you go. Heard it from the customer's mouth himself. A value customer of JLC saying that he would not have won the deals if it wasn't for our kit. And brother, thanks a lot for your kind words. And I hope that's true as well, because genuinely, I believe that the people who don't deal with us, if they saw and dealt with us, they would understand there's a lot that we bring to the table. Yeah. Well, we are nearly half an hour in. We'll give it 30 seconds more, see if anyone has any other questions.
Kelly said you made a lush toasty last night.
I made the best toasty yesterday. So it's basically like a hot dog cheese dog. You slice the sausages down the middle, you butterfly them out, you slap them down into the bread. Then you put like restart. I put a bed of Gouda down, then I put the 2 like hot dogs down onto the cheese, and then I put American cheese on top, ketchup sriracha, like a zigzag over the top, unbelievable. Then I fried it, and believe it or not, well actually of course you're gonna believe it, the way I just described that then, it was the best sandwich I'd ever eaten, and it'd be the best sandwich. What do you think, Dixie?
It was nice.
What do you think, Kelly? Did you go out and cook one after? For those of you who don't know, I know that you see Kelly's name in the chat a lot. She's one of the most loyalist of question askers. And Kelly is our resident chef at JLC. And she cooks the best breakfast for everyone, goes around cooking cakes. Basically, just a whiz in the cooking department.
Gouda is Gouda. Sorry, Cal. The cheese.
Gouda, Gouda. It's actually the same cheese they use in Baby Bell. Well, the minute I took a bite, I said, hang on, this is Baby Bell in here, but it didn't say Baby Bell on the packet. So anyone, I don't want to poop over Baby Bell, but if ever you want cheap Baby Bell, Gouda is going to tick that box for you, believe it or not. And seriously, you can believe that. You can take that one away, and you'll go, hang on, is this Baby Bell I'm eating? Nah, that's Tesco's own brand Gouda.
Nice.
Anyway, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you here. And I hope you've learned a lot about business. And I hope the little sales pitch I did in there made you want to use us more, because I know a lot of what we talked about today has been nonsense. And I hope you have a good one. Let me turn the camera around so our resident camera lady, Beaksy, can say goodbye.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone. Take care and give it a big wave, Beaksy, as we close out.
Ooh.
Keep waving.
Nah.
Bye-bye.